Hey everybody, it's Eugene Liscio, and welcome to Click 3D. This is the program where we talk about how we can use simple technologies like your mobile phone to create realistic photogrammetry models. And I'll be discussing tips, tricks, and different kinds of things that you can do. What's the difference between a digital still and video camera? There's fundamentally some major differences there that we need to address. So let's go with that first. So let's see. Well, I think it's kind of obvious if you have a regular camera, like just a point and shoot camera, there's the first point, which is it's one photo at a time. You're really just sitting there and, you just click, you take one photo and then you take your next photo. Now, of course, you can take a lot of photos rapidly or whatever, but it's really intended as taking one photo at a time. And there's some advantages in doing that. If you have time and you're going to point and shoot on a particular object, you can control the camera. So you have a lot more control over the shutter speed, the exposure, a whole bunch of different things. You can hold the camera a lot more stable because you're going to be on a tripod. Now, with a video camera, the operation or the intention is different. So you're going to be, let's say if we took this and we put it into video mode, well, the idea is that I'm going to be moving. So I'm actually going to walk around and I'm going to be pointing the lens at different places. And, it allows me to get a lot of images captured, per second, or there's a particular frame rate. So on most cameras, it's going to be, about 30 frames a second or 24 frames a second. And nowadays with modern phones, you can get up higher to 120. On GoPros, you have like 240 frames a second. So there's some advantages to the frame rates and different things that you can do between the two. So we talked about the fact that a still camera has a lot of control. And so that could be one thing which is detrimental when you're using video. So if I'm just kind of like walking around an object and all of a sudden lighting changes, or there's a window open and whatever, there's a lot of strong sunlight coming through, I can't really compensate for that. So I have to sort of live with the way that the video reacts to the particular environment in terms of the lighting and that sort of thing. The other thing that happens is if I'm walking with a video camera and I'm walking around a subject or something like that, I have a tendency to get blurring in the images. And the faster I move, the more blurring I'm going to get. So if I wave this thing around really quick and it's not stable, or it's not gimbaled or something like that, it's not stabilized, then I may have some problems with the individual frames. It may look okay when you're looking at the video, but when you stop it and look at individual frames, it tends to become a problem. And that's where the digital camera has an advantage. When you're on a tripod, you can avoid and do things which avoid a lot of blurring. Hopefully you learned something with respect to video, and we'll see you next time on Click 3D. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.